query that you may be interested in,
All right.
especially as it relates to this very critical national, I would say, saga.
All right, so Honorable Speaker, thanks for inviting us into your office. My name is Prince Moba, and I report for Prime FM and focus on Liberia TV based in the US. Let's begin on this note. As Speaker of the House of Representatives and also statesman in Liberia, there's this training issue involving our former Chief Justice, Councillor Gloria Musu Scout, where the state, through the Liberian National Police, charged or she was forwarded to court, she and three other persons, and they were sent to Chile yesterday as per the law. They've been charged for the crimes of murder, criminal conspiracy, and providing false information or false statement to law enforcement officer. I mean, the public has its own way of interpreting things, but the law remains. What's your reading about the entire saga, Honorable Speaker?
Well, thank you very much for this national concern. We are all interested into the investigation, prosecution of the matter, to know exactly the culpability and as to those issues that have surrounded the death of excuse me please just a minute, that should be close to the public now. When we start conversation, you have to, somebody has to be out there to control it. Nobody comes with that. Sorry.
Go ahead.
We are saying sincerely that he has shocked the conscience of all of us, and we are concerned as to what has happened. We don't want to see this as a kind of an issue that will be not fully addressed. We want to sympathize with the bereaved family, not placing blame on anybody, but I think we would like to have the due process, and we hope that everybody must have his or her day in court. For us, we feel that until proper adjudication can be consummated, we will not be in a position to say much. It's what we are all been yearning for, that the courts take over the matter, and the blame should be laid where they should be, so as to come up with a kind of a reasonable conclusion. It's sad that information that we have gathered kind of deflected attentions, but again, it had to do with the integrity. It was more reputational. The people had concern as to the reputation, the image of the security, the law enforcement personnel. So I think we are leading somewhere. Since the individuals are now being booked as being suspects, we are not saying that they are guilty. It could be that they may not be guilty, but let the law take its course. That is our own, concern.
Great. So, what would be your statement to Liberians who are blaming or shaping blame to government? On the other hands, supporters of the government or people who feel that the government hand is not in there, are also blaming people from the other side, have been the mastermind of the entire saga, that the case is political, is meant to get at the former Chief Justice. What will you tell them?
So, if it is political, that means the child did not die.
Okay.
These are facts we are trying to establish. And majority of the people that I know, patriotic Liberians, are intelligent, are analytical, and are clear thinking. So our people cannot be, deceived in any way. Will not, I would say, succumb to sophistry. People using, mechanisms for deceptive purposes will not, fall in that path. We want to want the truth. Little Musu, in my view, deserve justice, and even beyond her grave, justice must be, pursued to the logical conclusion. We think that the people involved, especially Councillor Scott, I mean, she is an eminent citizen of Liberia. It's our prayer that she will not be the one involved, but again, these things happen based on probable cause, and probable cause does not mean beyond a reasonable doubt. So probable cause can lead to beyond reasonable doubt after investigation, and be able to clear those persons under those circumstances. So that said, we just want people to be respecters of the law. Let the law take its course, and it should not be politicized in any way. If politicians want to be fair, they want to be helpful, they should support, the due process.
Before my colleagues come in, this is my final one. I read a press statement last night. You represent, you from the CDC party, and that statement came from a group calling itself the CDC Council of Patriots. They calling on the Justice Minister, Minister Frank Musardin, to resign, blaming him that he has he's playing a double-handed game in the entire investigation.
Release. I don't know the contents of it, and I don't know the psychology behind the publication. But I would say that if ever, plans or desires or decisions that we have, we want people to have the totality of everything to make some, take some decisions. And I believe sobriety must be used in the process so that we know exactly where to apportion blames.
Okay, we'll recognize Kanga to ask the next question.
Honorable Speaker, I'm Henry Kanga again. Honorable Speaker, something I want to ask is about one of our colleagues had a problem with one of our bosses. When I say bosses, one of our lawmakers. How far is that case?
You mean the Winston case?
Winston, like.
Okay. We have, it is clear that this House runs through committees. You have claims and petition. You have rules, order, and administration. These are, I would say, committees that are the first line of receiving complaints from the public. For us, we feel that everybody that comes here, there must be some kind of reception, some kind of cordiality that must be created between and amongst people that come to see us. So that said, I want to say we will try to follow up as to those issues that may be affecting one of your associates.
So if there's no other question, then Honorable Kevin.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, a week or two ago, there was an incident in your district, to be precise. People, the oldest mouse, according to the fellow that spoke on the local radio, he said it was within 1976. And according to him, one Howard family wants to take the land for them. They are calling on you to intervene because according to them, they are currently in court. Do you have any idea to that?
Okay. I hope you were there with them when they were speaking. And if you are speaking with them, things that are in court that are justiciable in court, stuff like that, the speaker will have little or nothing to do with it. But if it were something outside of the court, then we can speak about it. Because we have 3 branches, and for us, we call for reconciliation when those things are not in court, because it may be between or amongst the citizens, But that said, I think the court, I have explicit trust in the courts, and I think if those things, if the issue is spoken of is in the court, I believe a fair judgment can be derived in the court.
Okay, Honorable Speaker, before we take leave of you, our neighboring country said will be going to elections tomorrow, and few days to the election, we witnessed violence ahead of the election. What could be some word of caution to the people of Sierra Leone as they go to the election tomorrow?
Well, peace is good for all of us, and peace is priceless. The dividend must be enjoyed, and the people should understand that the singular most, I would say, objective of having elections is to provide leadership, and we cannot be so acrimonious. Our brothers in Sierra Leone sisters, we cannot be so acrimonious that they will not be able to share the table. They all have a role to play in Sierra Leone. If Sierra Leone is to be transformed, it will be based on the collective will or action of the Sierra Leone people. So I'll urge them to, ensure that there is peace, lasting peace, and they should be receptive of each other, be able to receive the views of each other, and I think they must make progress. So I want to tell them that, Sierra Leone is a nice place. Sierra Leone is a beautiful place. Sierra Leone, in fact, is one of those areas that is profound to the prosperity of the world. And I don't think it will be in any one of them interest to carry on some disruption, destruction, which will lead to deconstruction, and then the country will be something on like ground zero. So we don't want to start from trash or from scratch. Sierra Leone needs positive reinforcement in terms of the welfare of its people, in terms of justice, in terms of prosperity, in terms of happiness. So we need Sierra Leone as an oasis, of happiness. Every Sierra Leonean deserves it. As humanity's best interest is to ensure that the interests of the people be secured. And I think the caliber of people in Sierra Leone, once they think enough, within themselves, I believe they can come up with those positives. And I think it's now that they delete the aspect of confusion, demonstration, destruction, and accentuate more those positives, so that the Sierra Leonean people and the land Sierra Leone can be enjoyed by all. There was something again people said you didn't mention. I was in Maryland, and people made some comments regarding money.
Yeah.
I was so stunned that people would be so much deceptive in comments made. If I would to do even my last money I gave to any group of people, I deserve, and the people of Maryland deserve to have everything that I have. All I earn and all I ought to be, I owe it to the people of Maryland County. I owe it to the people of Pure District. If it means that I die for them, I do that. If it means that I expose money to them, I'll do it. I owe it to nobody, no apology to anybody. So if they do not realize the value of my people, I realize their value more than any other person can think. So that act of insincerity, that act of deception, that act of demagoguery should be ceased immediately. If they want to help their people, they have parents, they have sisters, they have brothers, they have constituents and constituencies. If they want to help those people, they are good to go. But I give my people, and wherever my people choose to put their money, I'll put their money in there. They choose to bring basket, I put in the basket. Let them talk, we'll do our work. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this. That was in chat with the legislative reporters. My name is Prince Moba. Thanks for following us. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.